Number one question, Emolsem. Inside law UBSA agreement, this law SPV, or like him, or politicians.
Well, on this point, the people of Hill Quarry, the plant-side landowners, never gave consent for their interest to be dealt with in the manner that it has been under in the NEC decision.
In 2009, this parcel of shares was earmarked to be given to not just politicians.
Prime Minister is continuously misleading Parliament on this particular subject. As he does with many other issues.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mipla opposition this morning, Mipla like ask him some more question, Nicolo. Prime Minister, some clarity, decision NEC walk him, this additional 4.22% equity, Kroton. Number one question, Emolsem. Inside law UBSA agreement, law clause 6, price this additional equity 4.2% or fixing pennies. Price US 240 million kina per 1%. So law this 4.22 price blame by go close to, or go abrusim $1 billion US. Slightly abrusim. But round him go US $1 billion. Price is up inside, but any decision talk almost negotiate lo price can. So question also, why na price the agreed pennies? All get our stakeholders all sign off pennies. Is up. Na display cabinet decide law rejecting display contractual agreement price agreed price of 240 million US dollars per 1%. Number one question, so I need to clarify this la. Number two question, go same. All creating one plus special purpose vehicle law managing this law. 4.22% equity law benefit law. Online dream law house line. Online dream law house line. Now this law SPV or like him or politicians manage him. This plan. And one plan concern. This law involving big plan money. Me play got big plan concern. And money blow people blow place. You may need to take care. Time you may mark him or man blow place. Now put him assets blow handle people manage him. You may politician you may no got sawe law investment law big plan money. Big plan investments. Now, how to redeem more financial statements? Also, something or sawe man or school or this lab, I got experience or sawe. So why not create him special purpose vessel, which might be itself okay, but put him all man by go pass, put him all politician you go inside. He got all man, he got investment analyst, investment managers, all this line, all this stuff. Why not find him all this line now, put him all, control him display investment, all people block place, rural areas. You may mark him all. Why not you may put him risk, he come inside this addition to all politicians by all manage him this law. Look out him. And question number 2. Question number 3, Emolsem. Nami like him, Minister Blo, Securities Commission, Honorable Richard Maru. I think Securities Commission is tapanin it law, Honorable Richard Maru. Me like him take note of this law too. Anin it law portfolio blame also license him all investment managers law, manage him all securities such as this like all shareholding, involving big plan money. Now, Securities Commissions are glass him go through na pick him all man. He got good plan experience, good plan qualification. He got good plus how to manage him all investments. Now, all is I give him license. So all these are kind of people, all his staff, I'll call him all investment managers. Now, all same license law Securities Commission. Why not this government do the responsible thing? Now, put him display investment, equal or unblow, or properly licensed investment managers. Why not make him all same? Why not take the risk with politicians? You mean what one good track record for managing? Nothing, zero. Also, I got big black concern because money blow businessman or sour man or online staff or urban centers. This is money blow line rural areas, online blow line straight. We owe them a bigger fiduciary duty when we make decisions affecting their money, their investment. So, I think Prime Minister need to give us assurance, confidence that decision is headed in the right direction. Suppose no God, all need to revisit him, now reformulate him this decision so that you may strong in this investment law benefit broad place line. Thank you.
Honorable Prime Minister.
All right, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank you, Member Blong Sine. Young Muglo ask him three important question. I'll try my best to keep it short in the interest of others to respond to other questions or ask other questions. The 4.27% to be carved out from Kumul Petroleum share in PNG LNG was a decision that preceded even before Kumul Petroleum itself was established. In 2009, this parcel of shares was earmarked to be given to not just politicians, or not politicians, but to the 5 provincial governments that is headed by the 5 governors of these provinces, and to the landowners from PDLs, landowners from pipeline, and landowners from the plant site. And so this decision was a decision created by government policy in 2009, and so it is not an entitlement by law, but a government policy decision that was embedded in the UBSA agreement signed at Kokopo. Mr. Speaker, 2014, the then government never gave the landowners and the 5 provinces an opportunity to exercise their right of purchase. No right whatsoever was given to them. And we've now lived on 11 years. And 11 years from 2014, the PNG LNG is debt-free. 11 years from 2014 first gas, Kumul Petroleum have subsumed the 4.27% value, and total funding that has now gone to Kumul Petroleum Limited has gone over 12 billion kina. From 2014 to 2026 at present, or last year, ending the financial year that ended last year, the project, PNG LNG all in all, retired 70% of the cost of the project that was bank financed by over 20 global financial consortium that financed the project. The $240 million per share price tagged for 1% of share that would cost the landowners and provincial government to acquire that 4.27% included that 70% bank financed element. So if you deduct that 70% off from the 240% dollar one share, you do your calculation, landowners and the 5 provincial government would have paid 30% of the $240 million. So those calculations, an opportunity would have been given to them at 2014. On record, the 2 governments that has presided since 2014 to 2026 have not given them the opportunity to exercise that right. And so we're doing what is rightful. This 4.27% was secured as a project security policy by the National Alliance-led government in 2009. And so that decision was taken. It is in calculation of value of time loss. It's $1 billion worth of purchase the landowners will have exercised with the 5 provincial government. No opportunity was given to them to raise funds to purchase that 4.27%.
We have a point of order. Honorable Member for Senior.
Yeah. I would like to remind the Prime Minister that in the very cabinet decision I'm talking about, there were 2 previous NEC decisions that dealt with the issue of the exercise of that option by the beneficiary group, which was never implemented. But the 2 decisions were taken, and those 2 decisions were repealed in the decision, any current NEC decision which I'm talking about. So it's not as if no opportunity was given. It was given by 2 NEC decisions, not exercised.
Honorable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the 2 NEC decisions my learned member for Senior Yongomuk is referencing was not explicitly labeled that landowners exercise your right at the date they want to have exercised a right in 2014. I just wish the member for Senior Yongomuk then as Justice Minister would have advised the Prime Minister then that this due date has arrived. Let's advise the 5 provinces and the landowners to exercise their right.
Honorable Member for Yalubu Pangia, what's your point of order?
Point of order is that, Prime Minister is continuously misleading Parliament on this particular subject, as he does with many other issues, sidestepping and debating. Now, Mr. Speaker, he knows, and I know, and even the learned member for Senior knows, and most other senior members of Parliament know, in the UBS agreement, it specifically states, it wasn't just signed and given by the state. It was agreed by all parties, landowners and provincial governments, agreed by all parties that they will pay, I think, US 240 million kina per share, pay a 1% share. Now, in 2014, with which he was part of the cabinet, we made a decision realizing that the landowners and the provincial governments could not afford it. We discounted to 150 million US dollars per share. We discounted. Yes, I'm trying to give you a background so you understand that your Prime Minister is misleading you. Now, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Member for Yalubu Pangia.
This is an important issue, Mr.
Honorable
Speaker.
Member for Yalubu
You have
Pangia.
the duty to let the nation know the truth.
Honorable Member for Yalubu Pangia, what is your point of order? You're already
My
going
point
into
of order
debating.
is that opportunity.
You will have a grievance debate later after question time, so you can raise it as your grievance.
Opportunity, Mr. Speaker, if you allow me to finish, we'll get over this very quickly. The opportunity to exercise that right was open since 2009. Always there. Nobody was stopped from going to raise 240 million US dollars or discounted 150 million US dollars, pay a 1% share to buy. He knows that, I know that, everybody knows that. Now today he's going to tell the people of this country what is the decision of NEC. Is he free gifting these 5 provinces and the landowners at the expense of the entire nation? That was not the intention of the Somali government or our governments, Mr. Speaker. That is the truth, and you need to tell the truth.
Honorable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I wish he had the same zeal and energy for the landowners in 2014. He never, until he was reminded, a cabinet decision he presided over discounted 600 million kina. This 600 million kina off. And that's one of the cabinet decisions that a good member for Senior Yongomuk is making reference to. But on record, since 2014 when the due date arrived, that government never gave an opportunity to the landowners to exercise their right. Whether they can afford or not is another matter. An opportunity. Central Province, Gulf Province, Hela Province, Southern Islands Province, Western Province, The provincial governors are already present in subsidiary companies like Kokopo Petroleum Resource Authority, Gobe Petroleum Moran Petroleum Resource. The provincial governors are already there by virtue of the fact that they are there as important stakeholder representing the province to collect revenue also for the province, as well as the landowners represent themselves to collect for the landowners. That's why provincial governors sit in those companies to make decisions for the rest of the province. Mr. Speaker, the landowners and the 5 provinces were not given an opportunity to exercise their right to engage in the purchase of these shares in 2014. We saw in 2014 decide to mortgage an asset for the oil share purchase that the former Prime Minister very much know about, the transaction between UBS and oil sets. That parcel of share was used in the entire Kokopo Petroleum asset for that transaction, and no opportunity was given to the 5 provinces and the landowners to exercise their right. Now, 2025 or 2026, the entire 16.57%, including the 4.27%, has been used by Kokopo Petroleum up till this date, totaling over 12 billion kin already received by Kokopo Petroleum, and the member for Yalupangi has asked for a full report to be tabled. We will be tabling full report to this house for this house to understand what has happened in the total earnings from Kokopo Petroleum to date. Mr. Speaker, rest of money you mean kisimpinis, country kisimpinis. What's wrong, Lotok? Thank you, Bianim Toktok, Papa Sumare. You apply signing project, na Lara FID come up. The 5 provinces represented by the governors and the landowner representative sitting, and I want to give assurance to the honorable member for hearing inquiry. Your people is featured in this agreement. It is an interim structure. The SPV is an interim structure. Look at the cabinet decision. It says interim structure until the 5 provincial governors and the landowners themselves sit and decide what to do with it. If you understand the word English, I'm not an English student, but
Honorable member for hearing inquiry, what's your point of order?
Speaker, the Prime Minister makes reference to the people of Iroquois or Central Province, the landowners, being part of the decision. They are. I'm not saying they are not. I'm saying that 2 years period and could come back on every 4 years is not equitable, not fair. That's what the point was. Not about they are not participating. 4.27%, 13.5% or 4.27% equates to about 550 million kina worth of interest in that asset. That is a significant amount of investment or entitlement by contract under the UBSA agreement, 6.32. And it's laid out there, Mr. Speaker. So let's not belittle the issue. The people of, and while on this point, the people of Iroquois, the plantside landowners never gave consent for their interest to be dealt with in the manner that it has been under in the NEC decision. No consultation was taken at all.
Honorable Prime Minister.
are you ruling, Speaker, with greatest respect, are you ruling the point of order in order or out of order?
No, you don't force the Speaker to rule whether it's in order. Prime Minister, you go ahead and answer him. Question by you.
All right, Mr. Speaker, I want to maybe in the interest of time and to the beneficiaries, the five provincial governments and the landowners in the 5 provinces. This is an interim special purpose vehicle. You yourselves will decide. We'll facilitate what you want to do with this one. You want from government policy, we want it to be a perpetual wealth for the 5 provinces together, structured in a manner in which the fiduciary standard is required of such public companies be established, run properly, and wealth generate perpetually in a sovereign wealth fund sustainable manner sort of setup and structure that we want to deliver for the 5 provinces and the 60,000 landowners that is covered under the PNG LNG project areas. So it's meant well. I want to ask the 5 provinces. It doesn't hurt for the 5 governors to sit together, look into this cabinet decision for and on behalf of our people, and advise government again what you want to do. As simple as that. It's about time we distance this asset from PNG LNG. It is meant for the 5 provinces and the landowners there. Central landowners, Gulf Pipeline landowners, South Knowledge Pipeline landowners, Hela Pipeline landowners, Western Province, and of course the 5 provinces. So it is an interim arrangement, SPV set up, and eventually it must be detached from Kumul going to a company. And that company runs and earns the money and runs it for and on behalf of the trustee and the beneficiaries of those trustees concerned. So, Mr. Speaker, I know the member is intended well and asked me this question. I will get the questions properly answered in a written reply to him for him to fully understand the discussions that we're making here, the reply I'm making. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.